Over the past 2 years, or as we've been seeing the BRICS nations, so Brazil, Russia, India, China, and South Africa, coming up in the news a lot more. Recently, we've seen India and Brazil come together and talk about their future plans moving forward. Do you think that these future plans that they've laid out will have a notable impact or will help to improve the BRICS nations bloc in general?
Yeah, I think to start with, we should let our listeners know what the plans are. So the plans are to move closer together and to intensify trading or trade and to increase the trade budget from, I think today it's about 15 billion up to 30 billion within the next 7 years, so until 2030. And I do think that it will have an impact because with the upcoming of the topic BRICS, there was a lot of expectations out there, or there were a lot of expectations out there. And within the time, especially the last BRICS meeting, it was kind of a disappointment within the investors world or within the media, I would say, that it's not going on as fast as many would have expected. So with Brazil and not Russia, sorry, with Brazil and India moving closer together and increase this trade budget or this trade amount, I think it will have an impact and it will show the world that they are capable of working closer together and even more important to not be dependent on the big forces as, for example, America or the US. So one specific or two specific goods that are discussed or were discussed is ethanol and biofuel. And I think that there is a lot of know-how and a lot of expertise present in Brazil and in India, so that this can be used and that they can move around these other countries and potentially even around the US dollar. So this is also something which comes up more frequently, and is also discussed that India not only looks for intensifying negotiations with Brazil, but also with other countries, especially the African countries or United Arabic Emirates. Sorry, is it?
United Arab Emirates.
Yeah, so there we go. And also to use the rupee instead of the US dollar. And I think also on this side, this will have a bigger impact because it gives India the potential to increase the capital flows, and by doing so, increase the accessibility for investors to India.
As you mentioned a few times, that this might put a little bit of pressure on the US dollar. I mean, still in volume, the trade deal that they're talking about doesn't seem like a amount that would really, I guess, threaten the reserve status of the US dollar. Do you think that this strategic partnership is more of a trend that other countries will get involved in? Or do you think a lot of countries are kind of going to take a step back, take a breath, and see how it goes first before they jump in?
No, I think it will have or show a sign of how things can be done. And there is more interest coming in into this field. I mean, it's not something new that countries try to move away from using the US dollar, since through using the US dollar, there are a lot of sanctions that are coming with it, and you have to apply to a lot of regulation, like in certain points or certain events, you have to disclose any transactions and stuff like that. But if you use your own currency, you have much more power over your own trading, over your own country, and also your own economy. And I think that there will be more countries coming in once they see, okay, it works. There is a way how to do that, so we can do it too.
So, for the American investor looking for diversification, whether that's through investing in stocks or trying to understand international diversification, do you think that this type of trading with more countries becoming involved is going to present opportunities for multinational corporations or even regional corporations in these countries, or European countries who have companies that are involved in this type of trading, to present a optimal case for themselves when it comes to Americans looking to diversify?
Definitely. I think there will be a lot of opportunities and the world becomes a more fragmented place in this regard. I think that you should be present wherever you can if there is an opportunity to grow. I mean, India is the fastest growing country. It even took over China recently. And so there is a lot of potential. The main issue India currently has is that they don't have kind of free markets. So it's very hard for an international investor, also even our clients, to access India. It's almost impossible. But if India starts to work with other countries to open up more and more, I think at the same time they will open up the markets as well, and this will give you opportunities to go into this market to benefit. And if there are also more and more countries and people using the rupee as a trading currency, there will be more demand for this currency, and so it has the potential to increase in value.